What is mortgage forbearance and should you take it? At the start of the health pandemic, discussions of mortgage forbearance began to come up in the news, from politicians and in homes across kitchen tables. You probably never heard the term even before the health crisis started because it's just that foreign of a concept. But there are some questions and confusion about what exactly mortgage forbearance is and the right way to go about getting it. I'm Tom O'Byrne, real estate agent with Douglas Elliman Real Estate. In addition to working with clients in real estate, I make videos on the New York City and Long Island real estate markets all the time, so hit subscribe to stay up to date. Hit like if you like this video. On March 21st, Governor Cuomo signed an executive order ordering financial institutions to extend 90-day mortgage forbearance to borrowers. Upon signing, Cuomo said, "People are under tremendous economic pressure. Making a mortgage payment can be one of the number one stressors. Eliminating that stressor for 90 days, I think, will go a long way." In doing so, banks needed to refrain from reporting late payments to credit ratings agencies for 90 days. They had to waive late payment fees and online payment fees for 90 days, postpone foreclosures, and its purpose was for those hit hardest by the pandemic to have peace of mind regarding late payments and their financial concerns. So basically, it was 90 days where if you were hit hard by the pandemic, you could basically not make the payments for 90 days, but it doesn't mean you were off the hook for making those payments. And which brings me to my next part. It led to some confusion. For starters, some thought they were automatically enrolled. Some thought it was a mortgage holiday, that they didn't have to pay their mortgage for 90 days. This confusion trickled down to renters who thought since their landlords didn't have to pay their mortgage, they shouldn't have to pay their rent. But none of that was accurate. You needed to enroll and the payments needed to be made at some point. So, let's talk about getting enrolled. In order to be enrolled, you need to contact your financial institution and begin the process. Depending on who you have a mortgage with, greatly affects the simplicity of the process. I'm not saying I know which ones are easier than others, and my knowledge and experience is completely anecdotal from talking with people in the industry and with clients. But should you enroll? That's the question people are asking. Should you take the forbearance and put the money aside proactively in case something unexpected hits you within the time frame? It seems like every day something new unfolds about now, but this is what shines light on some of the shortcomings of the program. The executive order only uniformly said that financial institutions had to extend the 90-day forbearance. It didn't say how they had to go about it. Borrowers were finding that the terms they were signed up for after taking mortgage forbearance from the bank meant that after 90 days were over, on day 91 they owed all of the payments they hadn't made over the last 90 days, which amounted to 4 months' worth of missed payments on day 91. Some were told they could create a second loan to be repaid, but it was unclear how it would affect their credit rating. Remember, this is not a mortgage holiday. You still owe the payments. That's a lot of payments all at once, especially when you consider the conditions that lead to someone taking mortgage forbearance. They may or may not resolve themselves within the 90 days that the governor signed into effect. For a lot of people, especially those that this is meant to help, they could still be unemployed, furloughed. They might work in entertainment, restaurants, things with no clear indication on when they're coming back. So 90 days may be a reprieve, but not necessarily a solution. Furthermore, although late payments are not being reported to credit agencies, which sounds like it wouldn't affect your credit score, this isn't stopping banks from indicating to the reporting agencies that you had entered a period of mortgage forbearance. People are reporting that the note alone on their report was lowering their scores 40 to 50 points. So if you don't need mortgage forbearance at this time, it's probably in your best interest to avoid the conversation altogether with your mortgage provider. Without using names, someone very high up in the real estate industry said on a call, I would do whatever I had to do to avoid going into forbearance. But what if you do need to? What if you've done everything you could do to avoid it, but now it's June and you can't make payments? Remember, you need to enroll. You can't just stop making payments and claim forbearance. When you contact your bank, make sure you understand the terms and know that you can negotiate those terms with your bank. Keep in mind, they're on your side. Remember, they want you to pay. The banks want you to be up to date. They don't want to go through a process of foreclosure with you. It's a nightmare on both sides. It's costly and timely for them, and obviously heartbreaking for you. You could discuss with them making up the payments on the back end of your mortgage. You could discuss with them spreading out the repayment over a different payment schedule. Also, make sure you talk to them about how your taxes and insurance will be paid. These are all things you want to know about. There are things that can be done, and you probably don't want to enter into an agreement that has you owing 4 months of mortgage payments on day 91. You definitely don't want that. I don't know you, but I know you don't want that. Now, the CARES Act created a few more guidelines regarding repayment, and I've created another video on that topic. Click the card above to view it. And thanks again for watching. I'm Tom O'Byrne, real estate agent with Douglas Elliman Real Estate, the #1 brokerage in New York, and I create videos on the New York City and Long Island real estate markets. Hit subscribe to stay up to date. Hit like if you like this video, and have a great day.